Look who I found, and we're back for VIFF. What is this? Number 6
for you.
Me. One for you, and that's it. Anyways, we're at under the Silver Lake because we're so uninformed.
I saw you spying on me earlier.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I only know Andrew Garfield's in this, and in the trailer there's like a nude pool scene because I saw the thumbnail, and it's produced by A24, so that's always a plus. And that's all I know. I read the synopsis.
All I heard is that somebody kind of connected it with David Lynch, and that immediately piqued my interest, and that's all I need to know.
And then it has 64% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's not as good as I would have thought.
No. I think everyone thought it was going to be amazing, but then it's not as amazing as it should have been. And yeah, but anyways, I have no expectations. It's just like this dude in the town who finds out that like the hot girl next door went missing, and then he goes try to find her.
And honestly, I feel good about not knowing anything about it.
Yes.
I'm going in like completely blind, blank slate.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Yes. Oh, and also I bought this ticket off last minute because you got it for free and I had to pay for it. I mean, I would have paid for it, but it was originally on my schedule. But then I saw that it was coming out in December, so I was like, oh, there you go. I can wait. But anyways, Andrew Garfield back on the screen.
Back in dramatic.
What has he done? Oh, Hacksaw Ridge. So I wonder if it's probably not going to be comparable.
He was in Silence too.
Oh, right. So it's going to be a dip in performance. I expect that.
It's going to be like an understated performance. Like it won't be.
Anyways, so we're at the Rio, so that's great. Anyways, this is VIFF, number 6 of 11 now. Thanks.
Nice.
So that's it. This is the before, and this is after. Wow. That is my response. I think we literally had dinner, and I'm still digesting that movie.
Oh yeah, I need a lot more time to decompress.
Yes.
And unpack.
Yes. So
there's too much to deconstruct.
But at the same time, it's like there's so much, but what is there?
I think that's the point.
Yes. So I think that's okay. I mean, I think it's a good like sort of companion piece with everything I've been watching. Because it's so like weird and far-fetched, but it sets that tone from the very beginning with that sex scene where it's just like
and the squirrel,
like the squirrel. I think the squirrel and the sex scene sort of like threw me off because I felt like you either have one or the other. Because I thought like, well, the squirrel, it's sort of like this making like this lowbrow sort of violent horror comedy, but then I think that doesn't come back until like the music guy.
Yeah.
And then I guess the sex scene sort of carried over because there's a lot of nudity in this. There was a lot more than I thought there would be.
Everything's just designed to unsettle you.
Yeah.
Like the shots, the music, just like the mundane like things that are happening that are done in like they're just done in a strange way. Like even the sex scene is like it's a strange.
That's true.
Like, scene.
Yeah, speaking of mundane, I really like the mundane stuff because it's so repetitive. They're like, we're gonna evict you in 4 days, and it keeps counting down. Or he does like really random stuff with Topher Grace. Like I was surprised they got Topher Grace to play that role because it's just so throwaway.
Yeah, in that scene in the bar, I was trying to actually figure out if that was Topher Grace or not. But the David Lynch connection is obvious, super over.
Yes, because I've seen all David Lynch's films. We're saying like how there's scenes where like I feel like he could have been recast and Dan Stevens could have been in this because it's like literally what he's been doing on Legion. Yeah. And I think I don't know, it's just like this. I don't know. Garfield has a face where it's just like weird, but I've seen it in Hacksaw Ridge where he plays this like innocent sort of like kid, and he just like taking things as they come to him. And
so if you were to sum up this movie, like as brief as you possibly can, what the core of the movie is. Because I'm having a tough time with it.
Well, it was like a dude who thought he fell in love, and he chased after a girl, and the girl told him to move on.
He's trying to make sense of his heartbreak
when there wasn't any. And I think so like you're saying, what unsettling. I think I like that because like every moment of the film, you just like don't know where it's gonna go. I mean, this movie is long, and if you feel it, but at the same time, it's not like there's a clear cut. Okay, the movie should have ended here. It's just like nothing feels like it's concluded. So you're like, okay, fine, we'll keep going. And I sort of had that thought where I just like accepted this process of just like nothing's gonna be answered. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna see what happens. and then we got the music guy who's super random, and then I thought that was random enough, but then we get the whole Ascension stuff, which is even more random.
Yeah. It's a movie where, like you're saying, a ton of stuff happens, but you don't really know why, and do you need to know why? Maybe not.
No. And I sort of
It's
understand.
a movie about meaning that has no meaning.
But then I think the idleness comment that you made, like, there was action at the end. He did something with his life for that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that was sort of like that. Like, after this was it 2.5 hours? Or two?
Felt like it.
And then we ended. But it really makes me wonder, like, how did Garfield okay this? Like, he read the script and he was interested, or did he see I don't even remember who directed this.
David Robert Mitchell.
Yeah, what has he done? Or like how no one else is in this film. Like Topher Grace is in it. That dude from
Laura-Leigh, Keough.
That's that Westworld guy.
Yep.
And
Jimmi Simpson.
that weird conspiracy guy. He feels like an actor in some TV show.
He was in Mad Men and a bunch of other like bit parts.
Yeah. So it's like super like indie, but not. But then I think the soundtrack choices were interesting. I felt like it was an homage to the sort of like classic era of like, let's use music to play everything and to set up everything, and that even some shots were like when he like climbed the wall, like when he walked up to the music place, it was like people laughed out loud. There was a lot of laughter. Was it that funny though? No.
It was more just like quirky.
Yeah.
And odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has elements of other, like it has noir elements. It has
like Twin Peaks stuff.
surrealistic elements. Tons of The whole owl lady thing is a total Twin Peaks.
That was fun though.
And the songwriter too.
Yeah.
Like that's a Twin Peaks thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie is all over the place, but at the same time, you're sort of like.
And then just random bursts of extreme violence.
Yeah. So I think I give them like an A+ for trying to put so much into it. Like it didn't fall flat, but I felt like it could have done more to focus on certain things. Like we had a comment about like, you know, the themes or where's it trying to go, what's it trying to say, and it never gets anywhere, which is true. I feel like a lot of things like they started and then you sort of just accept that you're not going to get anything out of this. Because you talked about like some of the imagery with like, you know, the men's gaze on the woman's body or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it has a lot of like social commentary on like representations of women and like power structures and ideologies, but like it just doesn't take those anywhere in particular. Doesn't take them far enough. It just sort of leaves them hanging. It's kind of like when we saw Blind Spotting, and or not Blind Spotting, but the other one where the one with Armie Hammer.
Thank you something.
Sorry to bother.
Sorry to bother you. Yeah, that
where
one.
It had like the union, like the union versus the like the corporation narrative that was way stronger than the race narrative, which I thought that was going to be the stronger point of the movie, and so the one kind of subverted the other.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that happening here. We're just like, which is the actual focus?
That's what I mean. There's like it's juggling so many different things that it doesn't really commit to one, and then it just sort of ends up all over the place. But
I still
it's entertaining.
I still appreciate the fact that it exists. It's not like a throwaway film where it's like that was a total waste of time, but rather it's just like interesting that they thought that they can put a movie like this still out today, which I think sort of speaks onto like what kind of movie are out. Like you need to have movies that are explained really well. Like you walk out, you know exactly what happened, but here it's just like nope, nothing really makes sense. Like was the owl lady real? Does Ascension really make sense? What's going on?
Yeah.
Was he on drugs? I'm
almost tempted to see it as like an entire just like dreamscape sequence in his mind.
Or he died.
Just because he's so like he's the epitome of idleness, so it just makes me think that he's just sitting on his balcony like watching everything go by. And he has nothing going on in his life, so he just creates this whole like narrative in his mind.
Because there's a lot of other things that don't make sense. Like like the
And all the hidden like codes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally like a riff on like the brain sending, you know, like signals to you subconsciously.
and you just make it up yourself, and you think it's something out there. Yeah.
Yeah, like how the girl gets shot in the lake.
Yeah, that
and
made
it looks
no
like
sense.
the Playboy cover that he had, like his first Playboy cover ever. Like,
Like who
Things-
shot her? Like that made no sense.
but also like things don't match up perfectly like that unless it's, you know, like a callback to something in your memory. Like,
yeah. So this has been an
I think it
interesting
was all a dream.
experience.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. It was Inception.
Yeah.
Because that's the best movie ever. Not. Anyways, so this is VIFF number 6 and 1.
Number 1 for me.
And you're watching how many more?
Just one.
Oh,
One
that's-
more
one
tomorrow.
Yep, that
Long
art
day's
house
journey
film.
into night.
Yes. Tell me how that goes. Anyways, that's it. We've been talking long enough. It's been 10 whole minutes. This is the before and after for what's this movie called?
Under the Silver Lake.
Right. And that is all. Later.